didn't like how TUF was edited. She felt like she wasn't portrayed well in the edit of TUF. Was it pretty accurate? Did you think it was pretty much how that's how it happened?
That's exactly how everything happened. You know, she said what she said, and they film. You know, all she can do is regret for the rest of her life. But she really said everything she really did.
Let's talk about the first fight, because there were a few factors in that fight. Obviously, there were some eye pokes. There was also a headbutt at the end of that fight that had a big effect on the outcome. How do you see this rematch going? And without those factors, do you think that you'll be coming out clearly as the winner in this one?
I think Joanna will try to escape from me the whole time. You know, I'm sure she's gonna put her fingers on my eyes like she always does. But I'll do my game. You know, I'm ready for this. I won the first fight, and I'll show everybody who's the best.
I've been thinking about it, and I'm just curious, what do you think about 5 rounds instead of 3? Obviously, you've got a lot of muscle. Are there any concerns about having to perform 5 rounds instead of the 3?
If you watch my fights, with her, I got better in the second and third round. You know, the third round I was flying. If we had 2 more rounds there, she couldn't stand with me the whole time. You know, so that's what I think. She's not use it to do the things I do. You know, she's not used to fight someone like me, really explosive and strong. And I'm sure she will feel that, not me.
Joanna seems to like to get into her opponent's heads a little bit, and she's tried it with you, but it doesn't seem to be working so much with you. Why is that? And you don't think it'll affect you in the fight at all?
I think the mind game is part of Joanna's game inside the octagon. And she tried everything with me and didn't work. So I just don't pay attention to the things that she says. I don't think she says nice things, you know, like nothing that she says get in my head. I don't care about the things that she says. And that might be bad for her because she needs that to fight well.
Claudia, given the first fight and watching other contenders get the championship opportunity, did you feel frustrated at the time that you didn't get this title fight sooner, or are you happy with the way things have turned out and this is a big card you're on?
I'm happy, you know, I'm happy the way they did everything. I only had one fight after fight Joanna, and I think it was the toughest one. You know, Jessica Aguilar is one of the best ever. You know, and they gave me her, and they said if you can beat her, I give you the title shot. So that's what I did. I worked so hard. I beat Jessica Aguilar, and here I am.
You know, Alex likes to do different stuff with the weigh-ins. What are you expecting from her on Thursday?
I don't know. I just want to do my job. You know, I'm not waiting for anything. You know, I'm not training for the things that she does. I'm doing my things. And she can have a surprise from me also.
What would it mean for you to be Brazil's female UFC champion?
What it would mean to me?
Yeah.
Would mean a lot of things. You know, to myself first would mean a lot of things because I've been through a lot of things to be here. It's very hard to be an MMA fighter in Brazil, and to be a female MMA fighter, it's even harder. And I'm in the road for a while. I'm working so hard for so long, and I've been through bad things to be here today. So conquer that belt would mean everything to me.
In this past year, how did you stay active with this task in mind of returning and making yourself the champion against Joanna?
I think I changed it a lot. You know, I improved it as a fighter. I'm more mature as an adult, and a lot of things changed it because when I fought her the first time, I learned a lot, and I think you lose more when I think you learn more when you lose. You know, so they gave me that loss in my record, and that taught me a lot of things, and I learned how to train. And to train specifically for each fight that I have in the future.
She said that she wants to be a 2-division champion, fight at 125. Do you feel that means she's looking past you for this fight?
I think she's dreaming too much. A lot of melatonin.
So you might have a surprise for her at weigh-ins, you said? You may have a little something for her?
I haven't done anything, you know. If you watch my weigh-ins and my fights, I don't like mind games, you know. Like I have been saying, you know, I grew up in the BJJ philosophy, and I learned to be very respectful with my opponents with the coaches, and Joanna is completely different than me, you know. So she kind of bothered me with that, and I never did nothing, you know. But if she does things to me, I'll do things back to her.
What do you think of a 125-pound division for women as it is? There's not one in the UFC. Would you be in favor of having one in the UFC? You think it'd be a good idea?
I think it would be a great idea. UFC and the whole world has some great fighters in that division. Some 135ers qualified in the 125 as well. A couple 150 fighters qualified in the 125, like Valerie, Jojo, you know, they look great in the 125. I'm so happy to see them fighting in that division. And also we have great fighters in the 135 that can go down, and great 125ers as well. You know, Claudia Gadelha just signed with the UFC. She trains with me and she's a great fighter. I'm excited to see her and all the girls that they do.
Joanna's obviously undefeated, and you were undefeated for a really long time. How did suffering a loss for the first time affect your mindset and how you approach the fight game? And then her being undefeated, do you think that kind of changes things for her, like how she approaches the fight with being undefeated?
I'll tell you what, in my mind and my heart, I am undefeated. I never lost a fight in my life. To me, I lost this fight to the judges, not to you. If you watch this fight 100 times, you know there's no way she beat me. So the only thing she did was that knockdown in the last 10 seconds of the first round. If you watch the whole fight, you know, I dominated everything. So I don't see that loss in my mind and in my heart, but it is in my record. So that made me learn a lot, and made me wanna give that back to her.
So how important is it for you to not let this fight go 5 rounds, knowing that you feel you lost to the judges and not the opponent, and you don't want that to happen again, obviously?
I think this changed my training camps, you know, the way I'm training to knock people out and to lead people instead of, you know, winning fight by the points. That's the only thing that changed in my game. But other than that, I'm not gonna be thinking about the judges while I'm fighting. I'm gonna think about what I have to do in the fight.
Cláudia, a Nova União esteve no topo por muito tempo, ainda está entre as melhores academias, mas vem tendo uma sequência de derrotas. Né? E agora, a partir dessa semana, muitos lutadores da Nova União vão entrar em ação para tentar reverter isso daí. Como que está o clima na academia? O Aldo falou que voltou a treinar, por exemplo, para nocautear. Vocês mudaram alguma coisa no treinamento? O que está acontecendo na Nova União agora?
Eu acho que o MMA está passando por uma fase muito delicada, né? Eu acho que está se dando início a uma nova era, que é a era do lutador estratégico, é a era do lutador que treina para luta, que treina para cada adversário. Acabou a era do lutador porradeiro, que chega lá com toda a disposição e sai na porrada, né? Eu acho que isso ficou um pouco para trás, como o MMA é um esporte muito novo e está em constante evolução. A gente está passando por essa fase e não só a Nova União, como várias outras academias vem sofrendo derrotas, né? A gente está vendo aí cinturões mudando de mão constantemente, e lutadores brasileiros e de todas as nacionalidades perdendo luta constantemente. Lutadores que eram invictos até, então eu acho que é realmente a fase do esporte que está se dando agora. E o que mudou na academia, acho que foi a vontade de todo mundo, está todo mundo muito mais empenhado, né? As pessoas falam que time que está ganhando não se mexe, né? A gente não costumava mexer no nosso time. Eu acho que tecnicamente a gente está evoluindo porque está competindo em alto nível, mas as estratégias de treinamento ali continuam a mesma. O que mudou mesmo é a vontade da galera, é a força de vontade e a vontade de crescer de todo mundo. Thank you guys.